Now to a CBS 4 I-Team investigation into your money and the possible future of your home. Experts say as many as 22 million Americans could see the value of their homes drop below the value of their mortgages in the next 2 years. And though the federal government claims it is there to help, CBS 4 I-Team investigator Stephen Stock found very few homeowners have actually received any help at all.
The table is from Italy.
Xavier Bracco eagerly shows off the dream house he built 5 years ago.
This is one of the letters that I received.
But last fall, Bracco's dream turned into a nightmare when Bracco got a pay cut, forcing him to miss one mortgage payment by only 30 days. And the mortgage holder sent crews to break into his house when he wasn't there, changing the locks, apparently to repossess the home.
They changed the other set
7 different times.
They have no heart.
It's a full-time job to keep up with. It's a ridiculous game.
For a year and a half, Kathy Cox has been trying to get her bank to modify the $160,000 loan on her condo, a condo now valued at only $80,000.
This is people's lives. This is my home. This is where I live.
Cox has filled out the same paperwork 3 different times. She says the bank keeps losing it. She's paid her mortgage every month, qualified at every legal and procedural turn, but still she waits.
I think it's feeling like they're unwilling to help.
It's already affected me emotionally, mentally.
Then there is Sylvia Snyder. Just like Kathy Cox, she has proof that she's jumped through all the hoops.
Of course, they had told me that I was going to be able to refinance.
They are just 3 of nearly 24 people who have contacted the CBS 4 I-Team about problems modifying their loans.
We see that on an ongoing, systemic basis.
Roy Oppenheim is one of the premier foreclosure defense attorneys in the country. Oppenheim and other attorneys who spoke to the I-Team say the federal loan modification program currently in place does not work for enough people.
This is an absolute concerted effort by the banks to try and squeeze every last possible penny out of every homeowner.
We've done 3.6 million mortgage modifications, about 200,000 a month.
Steve Bartlett is the president and CEO of the Financial Services Roundtable, a Washington, D.C. lobby group representing the top 100 mortgage banking companies in the country. He says banks are trying to help.
The fact is that we had a lot of culpability of responsibility for the problem. So we're taking our responsibility, and we're taking it seriously, and we're cleaning up our own mess.
Critics say it's not enough. Though there have been 3.6 million loan modifications, the federal government reports only 468,000 of them are permanent. Roy Oppenheim and other critics say anywhere between 16 and 22 million homeowners will be underwater, possibly needing loan modifications in the next year. And you can see the mess is far from cleaned up when you sit in on special courts like this one in Broward County, set up by the state in July to do nothing.
Do you understand why you're here today?
But handle some 67,000 foreclosure cases.
We're under a mandate from the legislature to track the cases.
The Honorable Victor Tobin heads Broward County's Special Foreclosure Court, a court that closed 600 to 700 cases a week in August.
We're under the gun to move 62% of those in 1 year.
Roy Oppenheim calls these courts the rocket dockets. He and other critics say that the pressure to clear the court calendar has resulted in rushed judgments, sloppy decisions, even judges overlooking forged or unverified documents.
The banks effectively, in my opinion, hijacked the judicial system, where the judicial system to a large extent became a private collection agency for the banking industry.
Judge Tobin disagrees, saying he hasn't seen those problems in Broward County. Yet the problem of fraudulent court documents is so bad that Florida's Attorney General is now investigating. In the meantime, homeowners like Sylvia Snyder wait in limbo for answers about what will happen to them and their homes.
It's like you're not sure of what will it be. It's an uncertainty that kills you.
Now, just last week, the nation's 5th largest mortgage company, GMAC, stopped foreclosures in 23 different states, including here in Florida, after questions were raised about false documents used by GMAC in court. The federal government has put $14 billion of your tax dollars towards this program to get these loan modifications. But as we just showed you, the numbers show very few people have actually received any of that money. If you want to know more or actually learn about a loan modification for yourself, we've compiled several links to those sites that just might help. Just go to CBS4.com.
So, Stephen, those people watching right now who want answers, what can they take away? What should they do?
Well, they should go to the CBS4.com,
Right.
check on those web links. But the truth is, right now, the federal government, which says they're here to help, apparently isn't. And the banks, at least the way we've seen it, apparently are dragging their feet.
And a lot, especially with people who are still paying.
That's right. If you play by the rules, apparently they don't want you to play and you suffer. If you walk away, then you actually gain something, and you need to talk to a lawyer about that. But the truth is, you play by the rules, you suffer.
Wow. Thanks, Stephen.
You bet.